sure.
if you prefer them. Now I feel like a real phone sex operator.
Yep, that's recorded. There we go.
There
All
we
right.
You want to
Having
introduce
fun.
him?
Testing. 1, 2.
Look at something and do it like a professional.
That's right.
Why?
Names.
Sam.
Sam Washburn. See? Like a professional. And Clint Walkingstick.
Just like it sounds.
Walkingstick.
See? I'm mostly just proving to Michael that I can do these intros like a real actual professional.
Okay. Are you
Now,
ready?
now you would prefer you are here operating as artist, like you. I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
talk
I'm here as an illustrator.
illustrator. Yeah.
He's here as a designer. And all three of us are here with Brian Winkler promoting Discount Force.
right.
There you go.
That's fun.
All right. You ready? There you go.
Yeah, man, when
3, 2, 1.
Hey, guess what? We are back at Wizard World, Oklahoma City. Got to do this high energy, people. That's what's up. And we are here with Sam Washburn, illustrator.
Wait a minute. The Sam Washburn?
The
I know.
Sam Washburn.
I stopped myself from saying the, but I shouldn't have. The Sam Washburn, illustrator extraordinaire, and the Clint Walkingstick.
Clint.
Oh my God.
Where? That guy owes me
Design-
money.
And they are, and Clint is here in his capacity as fantastic designer. And you guys have heard about their work before, listeners.
That's right. A week ago.
Because one of the things that they are here promoting is Discount Force, written
very
by
true.
Brian Winkler. But what else you guys got going on this weekend? And tell us whatever you'd like. Tell us all the dirt about working with Brian.
Oh, well, it's always a thrill working with Brian Winkler. But no, actually, the three of us got together. Like you said, we were working on Discount Force, and I did the drawing. Brian did the writing, and Clint did the designing.
I'm still trying to figure out what I did that added any value whatsoever to the book.
Okay, well, you were a letterer,
Yeah, I did.
so there's no words.
Right, I did. I didn't write the words. I just made them readable.
Hey, listen,
Without
I've
you,
read crappy letterers
Okay.
before.
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. But you also, I suspect, are responsible for the homage ad
Yes.
on the back of the
Yes.
book.
There's an ad on the back. If you're familiar with the early '90s action figures from Toy Biz, they did a DC line, Batman,
Superpowers.
Joker, Superpowers
Yep,
line.
yep.
And
Very
it was
familiar.
In that vein.
Owned a lot of them.
Oh, all of them. And so
Hey,
when
you got
Brian
that
approached me with the
Atomic Punch
you
action.
You squeeze
Yeah.
the legs and they move their arms like
Yeah.
they're running because they have to be. And so Brian was like, "Yeah, let's do an ad like that, but with our crappy dollar store action figures." And I mean, every idea Brian had when it came to making this book just kind of connected with me and Sam, and just brought us right back to childhood, playing with things. And
I think part of the reason we meshed so well on this is that the three of us actually ended up meeting through stuff like AIGA
correct.
Yes.
and just sort of different design programs. And we're like the funky guys that oh yeah, let's just sit in the corner and talk about pop culture and like 80s movies and just shoot the breeze talking about that stuff while everyone else is in the front of the room talking about, very important design.
Grown-up design
Yeah,
things.
graphic design, advertising, all that sort of good stuff.
While the grown-ups speak about really important issues, we're in the back speaking in references and giggling at our own inside jokes, and no one's understanding our own little geeky conversation, and that's fine. But yeah, so it kind of turned into a thing where we decided to, or Brian said, "Hey, let's get together and actually make something out of this weirdness," and so that's where Discount Force came from. Is Brian's brainchild, and he got us on the team.
Now, I mean, I'm going to own the fact that I'm probably the target audience.
Yeah.
But
Yes, you are.
The thing is one giant inside joke, and I got the whole thing. So I mean, I wasn't there for the meetings, but I got them all. They're not as inside baseball as you
True.
might think.
True.
I mean, and I really, especially with that callback to like the superpowers line and stuff, the idea that we are just going to pretend that a bunch of crap toys got a tie-in comic is brilliant. It's great.
Yeah.
Well,
I want to be in on the meeting when we do the rotating cast.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it was funny we were talking about today. It's like the last big hurrah for like that 1980s nostalgia before the 90s comes in and
Right.
Yeah.
everybody starts acting all emo and the Crow takes over and is the big popular thing again. So
let's.
Got to be all dark and stuff.
yeah, it's gonna be like we'll have to do a comic about McFarlane toys, and that'll be fun. I prefer to stick with like the sort of Ninja Turtle thing we got going on right
I
now.
like this
but-
super meta idea that somebody might come along and do a nostalgia comic about McFarlane stuff, because it's not like he does comics anymore or anything.
He collects checks, and
Yeah.
that's what he needs to do because
Hey.
he's put in the time and he's done the hard work. That's what he needs to start doing. But yeah, I remember always having my less favorite action figures be the bad guys and be the junky ones that got blown up, and the bad
Yeah.
guy cars are the ones that fell off the top of the table, and I wanted to see if they would burst into pieces, kind of, because they were the bad guys. Well,
Just a
now
whole
we have,
bunch of nameless ninjas
the nameless
destroyed.
ninjas.
Yeah,
destroyed in the name of fun back in the 1980s.
Oh, of course.
I mean, late 80s, couple of the best comic books came out of toy tie-ins that I can tell you the name of the comic, and I don't actually remember seeing the toy in stores.
Oh yeah, ROM Space Knight.
Rom Space Knight and
Micronauts?
I'm gonna blame Micronauts.
I
The
had a
other one.
Micronaut.
Yeah.
Yeah, Micronauts were awesome.
No, I knew that they were a thing
Right,
because the
but-
ads
yeah.
for Micronauts were in the Micronauts comics.
Sure.
Never actually saw them in the wild. I don't think one time. And so coming at it from the other direction is great. That's a lot of fun.
Brian's a brilliant person at putting together a team, and he's done that with his business. And I guess Sam and I were doing our own things at the time. He's like, guys, I've got a story that we've got to make into an actual thing.
Yeah, it was a fun change of pace because the three of us, Brian works with his team at Robot House. They got a great group over there. But Clint and I actually, we work out of our own like one-man businesses.
Yeah.
So like he does awesome design work. I do illustrations
Awesome
for
illustration
a bunch
work.
of people. Yeah. So it was nice to actually do a team up and like have to have that creative experience of like bouncing ideas off of each other and all of that. So
That's
Brian's a
great.
great writer. Brian's a great writer, and he's funny. And funny is difficult. You've got to be smart, and
Especially
Brian
in comic
is,
book form.
especially in comic
Yeah.
book form.
You can
There-
do it,
I mean,
you can
there's
do a
nobody to
you can do
deliver
you
the
can do
joke.
a platfall in a film or a movie, television show, even radio. You can't. That's a lot harder in comic book.
yeah, it's interesting because like I feel like horror and comedy are really the hardest things to do,
Yeah.
especially in the graphic novel format. Because you're right, you can't do like all of a sudden whoop like all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and on the horror side, as soon as you draw the nameless horror, it's no longer a nameless horror.
Right.
So,
yeah, exactly.
it's-
Good
yeah,
luck
it's
with
complicated.
suspense too, because
Yeah.
someone's gonna go 2 pages over and be like, "Ha ha!"
That's
There's
what the monster
And it's
looks
almost
like.
impossible because your eye, even if it's on the same page, your eye gets drawn to whatever panel is doing that
It's
huge
tricky,
thing.
yeah. This-
And yeah, again, yeah, it's different.
I'm going to be
even though-
sitting
even
here
more than a
solving script
novel.
problems in my head
Yeah,
right now.
Even more than a novel, because a novel like Stephen King, he can build, he can build, he can build, he
Yep.
can build, and then he can shock you. You don't have time to build. You got 22 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he doesn't use pictures.
Yeah.
Come on, Steven, get in the game.
That's right.
Hey, you gotta give him
Get
his
on
due
this
for
level.
Creep Show though.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen
Yeah.
King was a huge fan of those old EC horror comics.
And,
Oh, man.
and they worked because they could scare you.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, those things were freaking scary. But I love the fact that you guys can do comedy and do it well. And yeah, you're right. Brian writes really well, but I love what's going on with Discount Force and with.
We didn't even talk about Crudzo the Super Clown the other week. Or, I'm sorry, the Sewer Clown. Excuse me. I got an extra plosive in
Crudzo
there.
the Sewer Clown.
You got to get Brian back on to talk more about that. We only know Discount Force, so if we talk about
Yeah.
those other titles.
Well, hey,
I'll
by
be
the
a
way-
little
Hey, Mike
lost.
Anderson's a great artist.
Mike is amazing, yeah.
Tell us about the stuff you've got going on other
Yeah.
than Discount Force. Like,
Oh.
what do you got going on outside of that?
All right, who should go first, me or Clint?
I'll go first.
All right,
Go
go
for
for it.
I've, like Sam said, we work independently, both of us. I've got my own little 10 by 10 foot studio that I work out of my home. The commute is awesome, and I
Dress code very lax.
very
Love
there.
it.
Gotta love those pajama bottoms.
Mostly sweatpants, or there's no
Yeah.
pants days, and those are the best days. Those are my most
Absolutely.
creative.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's a
Just feel
wonderful
the
time.
creativity
Yeah.
flowing.
Yeah, I just feel so many things. Just
Plus
flowing,
whiskey minus pants. Best work
right?
days.
And there's a very lenient alcohol policy whenever I'm designing logos, and so
Yeah.
that's handy, and it works. And so I don't want to get in the way of what works. But yes, walkingstickdesign.com, all one word. That's me, and I design branding and logos and connect business goals to. I'm going to get stupid here. I connect business
Not to
goals
me.
to like
This is
visual
my stuff.
things and connect it and make it happen, and all to help people make a little bit more money with what they sell,
Yeah.
Right
products
on.
and services. So that was the really
Tell
really
the story with
super,
the visuals.
super boring.
You do the thing.
Explanation.
You do the thing
Whatever.
we
I would
can't
do the all marketing podcast. I'll do it.
No,
I
I'll
don't.
avoid it.
I don't see anything wrong with it. You guys. I am totally jealous of graphic artists and artists who can do things. I can't. Stick figure. That's probably the best I can do. That's why I work radio.
It's where it starts. It's where it starts.
Yeah.
Well, Clint's being modest. I mean, he does amazing stuff. I think like part of the reason we mesh so well in this unit is that we both have sort of this retro feel
Yeah.
to our designs and stuff like that. Clint's actually like selling some awesome patches this weekend here at Wizard World. So if you want to, obviously go to his website, check it out. I mean, words. It's hard to describe in words how
Get
awesome
a denim jacket.
it is.
Get some
Yeah.
patches. Get on this level. That is the thing.
Now, are they?
I'm down with it.
Are they Velcro? Are they? I mean, they're stitch-on patches. Are there any Velcro? Because I have a
Okay.
bag
Let's get technical.
that I would love to stick patches on.
Stand back.
They
Patch
are
talk.
they are heat adhesive on the back. But
Okay.
what I've done, if I have a Velcro something or other, is I'll go to Lowe's and I'll buy some cheap Velcro and use the adhesive side on the Velcro side,
Which I've
and
done,
just
yeah.
attach it to the back of the patch, and then you can attach it to all your Velcro things.
I've
and your
actually done that
patches
with
and
many of
your
my
hats.
patches. So
That's what I do. It's a super cheap way to get around actually paying, because Velcro. I mean, the patches are expensive to produce, and I do it. It's a labor of love. It's just because I want, like, I got into this thing. I wanted to make the things that I wanted,
sure.
Yeah.
and so I figure if I make enough of the things that I want, enough other nerdy people like me are gonna see it and be like, yeah, that guy. I
I would
to
like
buy his
more of
stuff.
that thing.
Exactly.
I would like to pay you for more of that thing.
Well,
And,
The-
and
the
then
kids
the
enjoy food,
freakiest thing
so
in the
we're
world is
living
the
the
fact
dream.
that we all
Live
thought,
that dream.
well, I really love this thing, but I'm probably the only one who loves this thing. So I'm going to sit in my corner or basement, and I'm just
Look
going to love
around,
this thing all by
friends.
myself.
it's like
right?
you've been in my office.
I know.
It's like you've been in my office.
It's amazing. Sam, what do you got going on?
All right. Well, I am basically setting up shop. We're like one giant fun table, but I've got a table. Brian's got a table, and I am selling illustrations, sketches, prints. The big thing I'm excited about this year is I'm debuting a bunch of stickers because
Oh,
that
yeah.
seems to be where the marketplace is now, and I enjoy that because I get to. My illustrations are sort of like we were talking about earlier. It's like a funky retro kind of looking thing that I do digitally. I do digital collages and give them like this sort of 1950s, 60s flair, like some of those old mascots, that sort of thing. So I like doing a lot of visual puns and stuff, and those lend themselves pretty well to like the kind of stickers. I usually suggest people put them on their laptops. A lot of people, like, it seems to be a trend that's coming roaring back, is like the sticker collecting,
Yeah.
which is surreal.
It is. It's weird.
Very
Yeah,
surreal.
yeah, yeah.
But hey, it works for me because I think they're fun. I mean, I've got stuff like a little hot dog on a skateboard, just funky stuff that's pretty out there. You could.
I'm gonna get it this time around. I missed it last time. Like I was already spending all of my money on comic books.
Yeah.
All of it. All of it. But my sister had books and books of like stickers that she was
Yeah.
collecting.
Scratch
so
and sniff,
I
Google
remember the
eyes,
thing.
all of those.
A lot of puffy stickers,
Puffy
which made
stickers.
keeping
Yeah.
them in the book really tricky.
Yeah,
Like your
yeah.
books did not squoosh.
Puffy stickers, smelly stickers, Google Eye stickers, the foil stickers, the ones that like the hologram looking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you shift.
I
your-
remember those because I put them on the covers of comic books.
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
yes,
yeah,
they did.
yeah,
Yes, they did.
yeah.
It's a limited edition, man. It's to
I
pay
mean-
for your college.
Not
For
really
a
that
time in the
limited.
80s, they had the hologram sticker. Then I mean, it was 3D, man. It was anyway, I was very
Lenticular
excited
stickers.
about it.
Lenticular stickers.
Exactly.
So good.
That's what I'm
I
talking
know
about.
that. I know that word because of comic book covers.
Speaking of googly eyes, you notice that John Barrowman, somebody stuck googly eyes on
I
the
saw
John?
that.
Yeah, I noticed that. Somebody better take him up before John Barrowman
I
shows
hope
up.
he did it.
I
I'm
feel like
thinking
he's gonna be
he-
into it.
I think
Oh,
he
okay.
probably
He
did it.
seems
Good.
like that
I'm
guy.
guessing he
Good.
would have been the one who did that
Excellent.
because I can't imagine anybody else going, "Hey, I'm going to screw with John Barrowman here." you
Michael
know?
can't imagine that, and yet he's sitting mere inches away from somebody who would do exactly that thing.
Exactly. It's kind of dangerous because you've got all these illustrators with Sharpies, and if you've got a big photo of your face, illustrators with Sharpies are a very dangerous combination, but they're the best kind of combination because they make magic happen.
Well, just so we have proof, we didn't do that, okay?
Is this recording?
Yes,
What?
it is.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah,
been
you've
having,
actually had
Yes,
your
you
back
have.
to the
It's fine.
camera
There's
the whole
no-
time.
And you've been advertising discount for us the entire time.
Well, yeah.
Hi, Mom.
That's why.
I'm sorry.